Hey, what's up, everyone? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna go over a tool that I couldn't live without. And that's the 12-volt hex screwdriver. These tools produce enough power, enough torque, enough speed to do 99.999% of the work I need them to. They are lightweight. This one especially weighs 1.8 pounds, I believe, with the battery. 1.8 pounds, guys. This thing's light. They have these quick load. Not all of them. This one, I guess, has the easiest. They have the quick load collet. That's the only one you can just pop the bit in right there. The rest of them you have to pull up on the collet. But it's a pretty handy device if you're in, the installation field, the maintenance field, any type of technician, automotive, audio, visual, stuff like that. These things, this one. Let's see. 1700 RPMs coming from a 12-volt drill. It produces about 250 inch-pounds of torque. I mean, that's crazy for, and they're tiny. And, it's quicker for me. For me personally, sometimes I prefer these chucks to, a normal ratcheting drill chuck, because you can just pop the bit in and out if you're trying to move fast, if you're trying to do a bunch of bit changes. Whoops. You can pop that bit in and out, especially on this Milwaukee. I use this a lot when I'm doing electrical installs, outlets, switches, and stuff like that, because I can go back and forth between, a Robbie bit, a Phillips bit, and a flat bit in no time, instead of, twisting and untwisting a ratcheting chuck. You can just pop the bit in and out. There's a lot of drill bits now that come with that 1/4-inch hex shank as well. So you don't need to spend time with your ratcheting chuck. And the footprint, I think the power to size ratio on these things is, amazing. This guy produces almost 200 inch-pounds of torque. The Hilti comes in around 212. And this only has 500 RPMs, so I'm not sure of the torque numbers on this. But this one's really not designed to do anything more than light duty fastening and drilling. It really isn't. None of them are, but I'll show you at the end of this video what some of them are capable of. And you don't see these tools mentioned a lot anywhere. You see the new DeWalt getting some time in the limelight. The brushless one, a lot of people are saying how much they like that. How light it is, how great it is for, for doing what it's made to do. And it is. It's a great tool. I had it for a little while. I honestly prefer the Hilti, this guy. This was my EDC drill. This was in my everyday loadout bag for like 3 years, man. This thing did everything I asked of it and more. That's why she's puttering a bit. I gotta take it apart and see what's going on inside there. But I carried this with me wherever I went for a long time, and it's still running. It's still doing what it should be doing. It got me through, hanging light fixtures, ceiling fans, installing heat runs, appliance repaired, like taking everything apart inside fridges, ovens, installing hot water tanks, outlets, switches, GFIs underneath the sink where you need to maybe see what's going on with the garbage disposal. You got to take apart that cover for the motor housing. This guy could get up underneath there. We repaired and installed cabinet and cabinet hardware with this. It's done everything. Hanging hood vents. I mean, the list goes on and on. It did everything in the maintenance world and installation world. And it never really struggled. I know the limits, and that's an important part of using your tools, is knowing its limits. This thing, it acts like an 18 volt, 250 inch-pounds, 1700 RPMs. That's crazy for a drill this size. The only thing I don't like is it's not one-handed. You have to pull up to get your bits in. If I could just pop my bit in, that would be ideal. But these are all good tools. I recommend them to anybody who does any type of, light duty fastening, drilling. Auto mechanics, car mechanics, fleet guys, industrial maintenance guys, anybody. You can clutch all these down so you're not over tightening. It's just like having, it's a drill with a hex collet. They can be super precise if you know how to use them. Just got this one not that long ago. Just installed about 15 outlets, 7 switches, and a couple GFIs and a unit with it, and it still has a full charge. That might be a different battery. Actually, I think I'd swap batteries out. These are brushed models. Besides the Bosch. The Bosch is brushless. So you're not going to get a ton of efficiency out of these, but they still last because they're light duty. They don't struggle. As long as you don't make them struggle, you'll get good battery life out of them. They're great tools for anybody. Anyone can use these. Just give you an idea how each one performs. It's the Hilti. That's in high. Speed 2. 1500 RPMs in max. And high, I think 212 inch-pounds torque. No problem running screws. None of these do. That's the thing with these screwdrivers. I think this runs at under 200 inch-pounds, 500 RPMs. It's a single speed model. Now Milwaukee's brushless version of this tool has like 350 inch-pounds. Something crazy. 3 inch. That one comes up just a little bit short. With the Bosch. Don't know the specs of this one right off the top of my head. She's got issues, so I don't really pull it out that much anymore. It's the only brushless model I have on hand as well. It used to be the tool I carried with me wherever I went. It's so freaking lightweight, powerful, 200 inch-pounds maybe, or just under. None of these, besides the Milwaukee, have a quick chuck. But see, they have no problem. Whoops. Driving these screws home. Even this Makita, 1700 RPMs. 250 inch-pounds of torque. Put her in low. You know, no problem whatsoever driving these fasteners home. That's on a 2 amp hour battery too. This one feels powerful. Feels like it's capable, and it is completely capable of driving these, even these smaller screws. These 1 3/8 drywall screws. Drive those all day long for you. That's why I like these tools. Between this and the Hilti, you can see I've gotten a lot of use out of that Hilti too. These two are probably the most powerful models I have currently. I wonder if this will do. Let's see. Yeah. So there you go. 12-volt screwdrivers. They don't get a lot of press. They don't get a lot of play. They don't garnish that much attention. But they're my favorite tool. For sure. Like I said, I used to carry this Bosch. This was my everyday carry driver. This did 100% of the work I needed it to do. 100%. Without a problem. And these batteries, the Bosch batteries, the Bosch 12-volt batteries, last the longest. So that was just a brief glimpse at what these guys are capable of. And you can see these guys, you know, when they're driving those timber locks, that they're capable of some heavy duty drilling. Do I recommend these for that kind of constant work? Not at all. These aren't meant for that. These are finesse tools, precision tools. These are grab and go style tools. Throw them in your tool bag. If you're going to be doing a lot of light duty fastening, drilling, driving. I emphasize light duty because that's what they're made for, and they're wonderful tools for that. I cannot talk enough about how much I highly recommend these, especially the Bosch, man. The efficiency the productivity you're getting out of this is next to none. If you're in the maintenance field, like I am, apartment maintenance, building maintenance, go grab one of these right now. You won't be sorry. Other than that, I have some channel news. Due to some emails that I've gotten and some messages I've gotten confusing my channel with something that has nothing to do with it, I will be changing the name. You know, I thought a lot about it, and it just makes sense. I'm getting attention from an area I don't want a lot of attention from. You know, so I have a couple new names in mind. Not that I want to do it, but right now it just makes sense. So don't be surprised when you see a different logo and a different name popping up. I'm not going to change my content. Hopefully my content will become will be getting better. I'm working on that, you know. I don't have the most interesting stuff. My methods aren't the most fascinating. So, somebody I know already cooked me up a quick logo. I'll throw that in at the end of this video just so you can see it. And I have a couple more videos coming up. A couple reviews. I put these Ryobis to the test. I got a 12-volt Makita impact wrench I want to show you more of. So stay tuned. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and checking out my 12-volt drivers. And I'm serious. If you do any sort of light-duty fastening, go get this Bosch. Go get it. I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Peace. There you go, guys. Tradesman Essentials. It's the new channel name, the logo. Look for it around. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.